Alright, so you've all probably had computer problems, right? Like, this crap, damn computer, it's slow. What are you going to do? Well, I'm going to help fix that. So, I got some techniques, basically, to help improve the performance of the computer. You know, just some basic things, some advanced stuff. So, you know, and basically I've spent a lot of time with my computer, and I've also done a lot of reading, so, on how to improve the computer's performance, because I don't have, like, a really super fast computer, so I was just curious about it, because basically I'm going to school for computer science, so. Alright, so let's start with the basics. One program that you want to use is disk cleanup, right? Because whenever you save files on your computer or anything, junk files keep collecting up, and it's just useless crap, basically. So, using this program, you could get rid of it. To get to that program, you want to like click on the start button and type disk cleanup, and just click on it. And then you know the types of files you want to delete, and you just click OK, and then the junk will just go away. And it's like, if you haven't ever cleaned up junk files on your computer, you could potentially clean up GB's worth of data. Now, if you use it more weekly, that won't be nowhere near as much. But it's a lot. Adds up if you just haven't used it. So, that's what that one does. The next thing I want to move on to is using a disk defragmenter program. When you save files on your computer, they become fragmented on a hard drive. So basically, they're more scattered. So when you click on a program or like files, it takes longer for it to load because it's taking longer for the processor to get to the program. So using a disk defragmenter, it fragments the files and puts them in place. So again, you click on Start and just type disk defragmenter, and then click on the program. First, you want to analyze the disk, and then defragment it, and then it'll just magically fix it. And the main thing about both these programs, you probably want to use them once a week, because especially the fragmenting one, that'll definitely help. Alright, we'll move on to one more thing. I'm pretty sure it all irks you when it's like your computer takes forever to start up. It's like, what the hell? Well, I'm going to help you with that. One thing that a lot of programs start up as you load up your system, and using system configuration, you could stop a lot of those programs from loading up. And especially programs like iTunes or Adobe, they'll like start up and there's no point. So basically, you'll hit on Start, then type msconfig or system configuration and click on it. And then you want to get on the Startup tab, and then you just uncheck the programs you want and OK. They'll ask for your computer to restart. But you really want to be careful here, because there's certain things that need to be loaded on startup, like Microsoft operating system. If you were to like uncheck that, well, you're going to screw yourself up. So basically, as you can see, you know, just what some of those programs are examples, or anything you download and then you notice it's loading up, you could like stop it. It's okay. But if you're unsure, you can just Google. But that's something that'll definitely help with your startup time, because that's what I noticed initially with my computer. I was like, why is it taking so long? And I was like, oh, look at all this crap on the startup. I stopped it. And so that'll help. But be careful what you're doing here. Alright, so I'm just going to move on to one more advanced technique that's just really technical, okay? So bear with me, right? One thing I noticed with my computer is like, where's all my hard drive space going? Like GBs and memory is going away. I was like, I'm not downloading that much stuff. So, one thing you could do, you could limit the space used by System Restore. System Restore is an important thing that your computer makes, restore points. Generally use Windows Update. And, you know, but they take up lots of memory. And one thing I noticed with my computer is like I could limit it. So it's a little hard to get to this. So you can see, click on Start, right click on Computer, select Properties, next select System Protection and Configure. And then you move that pointer thing to 1%. Because when I noticed this thing was like at 6, and it's like I'm using like 15 GB of memory on restore points, it's ridiculous. You don't need to. So with that little trick, you could limit some of the memory being used. You could also create one, as you can see right there, which is important to have one. Because what might happen is, if you limit to 1%, if it goes past that mark, it might delete them because it can't, because you said it that way. So it's important to have one. But the reason why I put this on here just because, you know, it's a way to like save some space. So in the end, you know, if you use these techniques, you should see a decent improvement. Obviously not significant, but it does help. And just remember to use the disk cleanup and defragmenter weekly. That'll really help. And also the system configuration. If you notice your taking forever, you know, check what programs are loading at startup, and that'll really help. And now, finally, how to transform your computer into a Ferrari.